Ireland was first settled around the year 8000 before Christ, when hunter-gatherers came from Great Britain and Europe, possibly by land bridge. They lived by hunting and fishing for about 4,000 years. Around 4000 before Christ, they began to farm, and the old hunter-gatherer lifestyle slowly died out. Irish society was pagan for thousands of years. This changed in the early 5th century Anno Domini, when Christian missionaries, including the legendary Sir Patrick, arrived. 2 centuries later, from the early 9th century Anno Domini, Vikings invaded Ireland. These attacks went on for over 100 years. At first, the Vikings raided monasteries and villages. Eventually, they built settlements on the island, many of which grew into important towns. Irish cities founded by the Vikings invaders include Dublin, the capital city of the Republic of Ireland. The year 1169 saw another invasion that had severe consequences for the island. An invasion of Norman mercenaries marked the beginning of more than 7 centuries of Norman and English rule in Ireland. The Norman control over Ireland was expanded until the beginning of the 13th century. The Reformation began in 1534. Military campaigns put down Irish chiefs who would not submit to the English king. People were massacred. Land was confiscated from Catholic Irish landowners and given to Protestant settlers from England and Scotland. During the next century and a half, Catholic Ireland was conquered, and religion became a source of division and strife, a role it held until recent times. By 1778, only 5% of the land was owned by Catholics. In 1801, the Irish Parliament was abolished and Ireland became part of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. For many Irish, potatoes were the most important food. In 1845, disaster struck, the potato blight. This disaster destroyed much of the potato crop for the next few years. About 1 million people died of starvation or disease. Another million emigrated to escape poverty and starvation. Because of the potato blight, the population of Ireland decreased drastically. There was a rebellion on Easter Day, April 24. In 1916, the Easter uprising failed to spread beyond Dublin, and the leaders were arrested and executed. Their brutal treatment tipped public opinion in favor of independence. The Irish War of Independence began in 1919. In 1922, the southern 26 countries of Ireland separated from the United Kingdom. The new country called itself the Irish Free State. Gaelic was restored as the official national language, together with English. Ties with Great Britain were cut in 1948. The country became known as the Republic of Ireland. The other 6 countries in the north of Ireland, called Northern Ireland, remained part of the UK, which they still are today. This did not end the conflict. There was sectarian conflict in Northern Ireland between nationalists and unionists. This unrest exploded cruelly in the late 60s, a time called the Troubles. It did not end until 1998, when a peace agreement was signed. The economy began to grow in the late 50s. The population began to increase for the first time since the potato blight. Ireland joined to the European Union in 1973. Membership did much to improve the Irish economy, both through direct aid and by increasing foreign aid investment there. The Irish economy boomed in the 1990s, so much so that Ireland was nicknamed the Celtic Tiger. After centuries of poverty and suffering, Ireland is now a prosperous, modern country with much to offer to the world.